have taken their PDA to a whole new level with a very, very sloppy smooch. Please stop. Warning.
Oh, I'm the one that's gross?
Well, listen, this is why I have to give you guys a warning. What you are about to see, you will never be able to unsee.
Nope.
Take a look.
We saw, like, on Twitter and stuff, you guys saying stuff about the way we were kissing and how it looks weird, like we kiss like fish.
Yeah.
And
really hurt our feelings.
we just want to show you how we really kiss.
Yeah.
Can we not?
No one asked for that.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw that last night and I was screaming in bed, legitimately. Okay, can we talk about how the fact that Shawn and Camila have not gone on the record to confirm their relationship, but they have no problem posting that PDA, that particular smooch on
Making out
Instagram?
like a fish. So, I mean, the big question here is, what do you guys make of the makeout? Brianna, our producer in the control room, what's your thoughts?
I bet you have some thoughts.
I'm disgusted.
She's like, I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative.
Excluded. I will say this, it does not make me believe their relationship.
I was going to say, we have been asking this a lot here on the Download, and I think a lot of people have, based on their PDA, based on just their way of being with each other, whether or not this is actually real. If you ask Brianna, she's still not buying it. But let's finally ask an expert, shall we? You guys joining us now is body language expert Blanca Cobb. Blanca, thank you so much for joining us for a little fun today on the Download, because we want to get to the bottom of Shawn Mila. I keep messing up their couple name, but we're going to take you through some of their, I will say, most their steamiest and their flirtiest moments, and we would love to get your gauge and your read on their relationship based on their body language.
Starting with the video that we just showed. I don't know if you've seen it on your Instagram timelines and your Twitter timelines. I mean, you can't miss it. They're literally like eating each other's faces off. But obviously, you know, they were addressing the haters, you know, who say they kiss like fish. But what did you make of this makeout?
They were having fun with it. I mean, you're totally right about, this was all about the naysayers, the trolls, the haters. You think we kiss like a fish, so we're going to show you exactly what that looks like. But what was really interesting to me is at that comfort level of how they're going at each other. Like, she's licking his lips and he seems to be fine with it. There has to be some level of attraction and okayness in order for that to go off without somebody cringing.
And they also have to be pretty confident in themselves to even post it publicly. Like, it's not even on Instagram stories, it's on the main feed.
I will say, though, I know that video in particular was kind of all fun and games, but it does look like, at least in my opinion, that Camila is more of the dominant one. Would you agree with that? I mean, I feel like she just like takes charge and literally licks his face, but I don't know, I feel like he's a little bit more standoffish than she is.
Yeah.
Blanca?
Take a look. Yes,
Okay,
I'm watching again.
Yeah, we're studying it. We're studying it.
In this video, it does look like she's taking charge. So look at him. Notice how he comes back up with his hands around
That's
her.
true.
And now,
And then she finally pulls away, because I think it gets to be a little too much with her. Like, the joke is too much, and so she's like, whoa, back up.
Wait, you're right. I just noticed for the first time that she is the first one to kind of back away. I think what is apparent is that they share a similar sense of humor. And we saw that in the behind-the-scenes video that they posted of their Senorita video. This is them in rehearsals, preparing for the music video shoot. And this is really before there was even rumors that they were a thing. This is what kind of set it off, really. So, Blanca, we'd love for you to weigh in on these two. Seemingly at this point, they're still friends. We don't know, but...
Which is what we know the foundation of their relationship is they've been friends for years.
Exactly. Now, of course, right here, they're rehearsing their choreography, but pay attention to the stuff that happens in between. Blanca, what's your take on this? Is this can you tell that this is the making of a budding romance?
Yes, and I believe what happens is when you work with somebody and you spend a lot of time together, and then you're doing something that is touchy-feely, what they're doing in the video, right? You can't help but develop feelings for somebody. Sure, you may not let it to go into the romantic area, but I do think with them, there is some mutual attraction. I think they have fun together, and when you have fun together, that's a really good sign for any couple.
You know, it's so interesting because obviously this was for their music video that they shot together, which they ended up performing Señorita recently at the MTV VMAs. And I always say here on the show, I always say that they're not mixing business with pleasure. Like, they didn't give us that makeout session on stage during their performance because they knew the world was watching, but that was their time as artists to perform the song. But here's the thing is like when the cameras weren't on them, but when they were in the audience, they were holding hands. They were kind of, you know, they were giving each other little kisses. It looked like he was about to kiss her on the head. Oh, he does right there.
I mean, they look like a couple here.
I mean, obviously, they couldn't have known that the audience cam was on them at the time. So what do you make of this little interaction, this PDA?
Well, you just took all the words out of my mouth because I did watch them perform on stage. And any type of performance, there's going to be a little more dramatic, right? Because they are acting to a certain degree. But it's exactly what you said. It's when they're off camera, when they're in the audience. Those are the moments. There's no reason to pretend. There's no reason to perform. And I do believe that there is an attraction. I do believe that they have a romance. They don't want to come public with it, and that's okay. It's really nobody's business.
I've said that before also.
But it's no one's business.
You know, obviously a lot of people do think that this relationship may be for PR, maybe to promote the song, whatnot. But when you look at some of those videos that we've seen already, and even that one in particular, is there anything that sticks out to you, like maybe like not 100% engaged or something like that, that could make it seem like it would be fake?
Or that part of them is aware that there's actually cameras rolling in the audience as well?
That's a really good question you bring up. And when I saw the VMA and I saw their performance, no, there wasn't any faking there. Sure, they had the choreograph down perfectly, but even at the hand movements, like how she was leaning up against him and how she had her hands on him, she didn't really have to do all of that in order to have the same impact. I think they are just fine trying to find a reason or an excuse to touch each other a little more. It does make it more sensual. It makes it more romantic and exotic.
Right.
So she had her hands on his leg and like little things like that.
He had his arm around
I feel like you don't do that if the relationship is fake.
That being said, it is still a public arena. It is still a television show that they were at. So we want to pull up, we're actually going to pull up one of the paparazzi photos that are in question where they claim that we say that they look like fish kissing. Here's the photo we think they're talking about. First of all, this is them on vacation. I believe it is actually in Miami. But I think the video actually of this same moment is more telling. Again, they are unaware. This is a paparazzi video, so they're unaware that cameras are rolling. So watch closely at their interaction. And Blanca, I think this more than anything will give us a little more indication of just how close and how real this relationship is. They're swimming in the pool. She cannot keep her hands off of him.
That's what I've noticed more so, like in anything we've ever seen, it's always, I feel like, her kind of making most of the effort, and like she's very eager to like have her hands on him.
She's touchy-feely.
Yeah.
Now, Blanca, I know this is the first time you're watching this video, but what do you think of it?
Well, one thing I want to point out is her legs. Notice how her legs was just wrapped around his waist the whole time. Again, you're not going to be that physically close to somebody unless you feel something for them. Exactly what you're saying is that they don't even know that they're on camera. So this is a candid moment of they're just sharing a moment with each other, but yet they're very affectionate. But look, even if it did start off as a PR stunt, I don't know if that's the case or not, you still cannot fake that level of attraction or that level of sincerity that comes across when they're touching each other or when they're kissing.
Especially
that just seems too genuine.
100%, especially, and I've tried to pull out this receipt here also on the show, is that, if this were a PR stunt and whatnot, they are putting in a lot of effort because it's not just at the VMAs, it's also, which was in New Jersey, mind you, it's in Miami, it's in Toronto. So, like, they're traveling. This photo right here was in Toronto. They were spotted making out, actually, all over the city. So it's like they're taking their relationship to different countries, too.
And can we talk about how that backpack might be Camila's? He might be holding it for her.
I think it is.
Right?
I think it is hers.
I love it.
And think about that too. If he's going to hold something of hers, I mean, come on. Most couples will not do that for each other if they're not a real couple. But when you are, you don't even think of it. You want me to hold your handbag? Great. You want me to hold your backpack? Fine. Right. You just do it. And one thing you bring up in different locations, so it's the consistency of the affection that we're seeing across states and across countries.
Yes.
It's a really big show if it's fake, and I just don't think it is.
Right, and Blanca, I'm going to give you one more. Right, I know. I obviously, these are just a few moments that were captured and caught on camera. Based on what you've seen here, let me ask you, do you believe that Shawn and Camila are the real deal?
I do from what they're showing. But one thing you need to keep in mind about body language occurs in the moment. So anyone can have a good moment. So if you're happy, you're going to smile. If you're angry, you're going to scowl. It's just how your body responds to emotion. So it's present tense. It's what's happening currently. And there's just too many consistencies and examples of in the moment for them, where they're enjoying each other, where they're reaching out, where they're hugging, where they're kissing, where they're touching. I just don't think that they're faking.
Yeah. See, thank you. Brianna, our producer in the control room. Are you convinced yet?
Sorry, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced, guys. I didn't want to say anything because I'm
Where
really not
do they got to go next? Do they got to go to Italy? Do they got to take their love even farther across the pond? I mean, what will it take?
I do think it's a big show. I think you guys are right. Wow. I think it's a big show they're putting on. And I did notice in that VMA cam, that moment, that cute moment, there was a camera that walked by at a very opportune moment, and they were looking around.
Not right here, though.
Right here, hold on.
So
when he kisses her, boom. What's that? What's that? Camera. Ooh, camera.
You guys go at it. I love it.
They're looking around. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, not convinced.
I don't think so.
I think that means we're going to need an update from Blanca at some point because there's going to be more moments. I think only time will tell, right?
We got to give Blanca and Brianna their own show.
Right.
Exactly.
You make very good points, but I still don't believe it.
Our thanks to Blanca Cobb, body language expert. You'll be back, Blanca, so sit tight. All right, thank you so much.
You guys, if one thing's for sure, Shawn Mendes' romance is playing out literally like a movie. You know what? Just like Camila's new music video, Flyer!
The way you whisper so, I don't care, it's good as gone. I said I won't lose control, I don't want it. I said I won't get too close, but I can't stop it.
Okay, it's a bop, and I actually do love this visual, but also because it is so cinematic. I mean, it runs 6 minutes. 6 minutes. There is a movie poster for it, which she also did for Havana, and they both have a similar vibe, a little bit as far as the artwork, but I will say Liar really, Havana is about love and her having this hot, steamy night in Cuba, whereas Liar is really about being in denial about your feelings for someone, like she's fighting that feeling, you know?
I mean, these posters right here are just one of the many standout moments that we picked from this music video, but also, it's so dramatic, but also what I love about it in particular, as like a huge Disney fan myself, we obviously know Camila and Cinderella. Is this a nod, do you think?
It might be an Easter egg.
Do you think it's an Easter egg, a nod?
Well, because, like you mentioned, Camila's going to be playing Cinderella. I mean, this is a Disney-like scene. Case in point, we have a little side-by-side for you guys. Hello, Snow White and Cinderella.
I don't even think you needed the side-by-side to even realize this.
I almost think it's the same bird. I really think it might be the same bird, but while that might be a sweet Easter egg, I gotta say, this movie, see, I said movie, this music video is so kooky. There are some really crazy and outlandish moments, you guys.
Oh, we love it.
Like these weird eyeballs. This I'm gonna show you, but I can't explain.
I can explain it as someone who had an eye stigmatism.
Oh my gosh. What does it mean, Cass?
If you want to go to my close-up really quick, hold on. I spent like 12 years of my life with
my God, that's
great. I know. So I really don't know what the symbolism of it being in the music video is for, but
just that she's goofy. I mean, we've seen it in real life, and she's doing it in this video.
Or she has an eye stigmatism like me.
Right. And this might be a little nod to Havana, the whole telenovela of it, because there was a character that she played in the music video called La Flaca. She's basically like a tea reporter, a gossip reporter. And this came up many, many times in the video, where she's kind of like leaning into the, I want to say the soap opera of it all.
Oh, well, speaking of the soap opera, there's so many like dramatic injuries in this music video.
Deaths?
It's literally, yeah. Okay, there's like a big-ass elephant right
She
here.
gets squashed by an elephant.
Squashing Camila Cabella. I mean, what was the treatment for this music video?
Right.
Like, who thought
And the
of
budget.
this? I mean, the budget, yeah. A lot of CGI here. I mean, just very dramatic.
And then the last big dramatic crazy moment for me was Camila burning down her fiance's mansion. Look at her.
I mean, this is actually epic.
Again, honestly, it was equal parts epic soap opera and equal parts comedy. But what did you guys make of Camila's new video? Please let us know in the comments below.
Oh, it's time. I don't know why I was going to say sounds like it's time, but it is time for our MVP, the most viral post. Apparently, I can't talk today, so we are going to let Tracy Ellis Ross do all the talking for us with a very exciting Girlfriends announcement. Take a listen.
So we have an extra special episode of Blackish, and it's a feminist episode, and I brought in some backup from some of my girlfriends.
Oh, hell yes.
What? Shut every door!
Oh yes, hell yes, hell yes, oh yes, oh yes, hell yes, hell yes.
Breaking the internet today.
I was going to say, it's Tracy Ellis Ross reuniting with her former castmates from one of her first TV series, Girlfriends. As Cass just mentioned, it really did kind of break the internet, guys, and I think it's a big deal because it literally has been 13 years since they were all on camera together.
I know they ended back in 2008, and I know that no one is more excited about this reunion than our producer, Brianna, in the control room.
That's
B,
true.
are
It's
you
a big
alive?
deal.
How you doing? Are you breathing?
Yeah, I mean, I think so a little bit. I'm super excited. I haven't seen Girlfriends in years.
Yeah,
I don't
it's been
even
a minute.
remember the last time I saw a rerun of it, so I'm super excited that they're going to be together on Blackish. I don't watch Blackish, but I'm about to.
About to, right?
I'm going to watch an episode for sure.
Well, you have time. I believe the episode airs in October, so I mean, actually, you don't have that much time to binge and get all cut up.
Just
to
watch
date,
that
but
one.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and
Just
watch.
watch that
I'm going
one.
to watch the old ones, though. They
It-
got to be on, like, Netflix or something, right?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's streaming, but lucky for you guys, E.T. was on the set back in the day. Here's Tracy Ellis Ross talking to E.T. about how she didn't think she'd be cast in the show. This is back in 2000. Enjoy.
Was there a moment in the process where, before you were cast, where you thought, you know what, I think I got it, I think I can do it? No?
I literally left each phase, because I don't know if people know what a process it is to get a TV show. It's very grueling. Each time, I called my manager as I was driving off the lot and said, I was really happy with my audition, but I'm telling you, I don't think I'm what they're looking for. Then he would call me. He's like, yeah, go in the studio. And then we went to when after studio, I called again. I said, I'm telling you, I was happy. I was comfortable in there. I think I did a good job, but I don't think it's going any further. I don't think I'm what they're looking for. And here I am, so.
And look where your life has
I was going
led
to say,
you to.
little did she know she would become an Emmy-nominated actress on one of the most popular TV series ever.
What a gem from the ET Vault
We
right
love
there.
the ET Vault. I was loving that body language, I'm not going to lie. The expert.
Oh, Blanca
Blanca,
Cobb,
we're
my
gonna-
new favorite.
We're going to bring you in because we have questions for a couple couples, so there. All right, you guys, that does it for the download. But please, 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 not only stick with the stream after this, but come back tomorrow because we're taking the download on the road.
Oh my God, I forgot we
We
were
are
going to
going to Disneyland, guys. So tune in for a very special episode of the download. We have some very special guests. You're going to want to tune in. It's the happiest place on earth.
And we
and
got churros.
that's why I'm really going to be honest.
Bring me back a corn dog, or I'm never doing this show again.
You got it. We'll bring you some merch, some swag, and some churros. Anything for B. All right, you guys.
All right,
we'll see you then.
guys.